This is Base Commander. Good luck. Try not to lose a single ship and save our base structures from destruction. Reconnaissance data suggests the principal attack will be launched in 10 minutes. If the outer radius of defense is broken, the attack will begin earlier.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mr. Flipwagon YouTube channel. I'm Mr. Flipwagon, but you can call me Mel. And today we are playing the Tier 6 Pan-Asian or Malaysian light cruiser, the Rahmat, or Rahmat, or Rahmat, or however else you can pronounce it. Yeah, sorry, I'll probably be butchering its pronunciation in this video. So, for its history, it doesn't have any, because it's technically not a real ship. Something interesting about the Rahmat is that in its in-game description, it says that it entered service in 1940, but believe it or not, there was never a Dido class in the Malaysian Navy. Dido class ships only ever really served in the British, Pakistani and New Zealand navies, so the idea that a ship named the Rahmat went into service in 1940 is factually incorrect. Sure, the Dido class may have gone into service in 1940, they did, but not the Rahmat as a ship itself. Before I start talking about the game itself, I want to announce that I'm finally done with my matriculation exams. And, well, sadly we haven't gotten any of the results back on how they went, but fingers crossed that they went well and that I won't have to be retaking any of those exams. But since the results won't be published in like 1 or 2 months, I will have a decent amount of free time to make YouTube videos and upload, hopefully more consistently. As long as I of course have the motivation and inspiration to create and upload YouTube videos. Also, something I still wanted to touch upon is that I am recording this audio without my headset's microphone. I am just using my phone's mic to record the audio, so I would appreciate if you could give me feedback in the comments if it sounds fine, if the headset mic was better, or if I should get a new mic altogether, because I know that some people have been complaining about my audio in my YouTube videos, so I wanted to try this out. I wanted to try and see that, can I get away with using my phone's audio, or do I actually need to invest in a better microphone? So I still wanted to try this out, and hopefully it may or may not work better than the headset's microphone. So, as you guys can see, we are playing the operation known as the Defense of Navalstation Newport. This operation is known as one of the most difficult operations. It's probably the hardest operation to ever be introduced into World of Warships. And the thing is that this operation is not hard because, oh, the enemies are so smart, or they play so tactically, or they play so well, or oh, they're so much higher tier than you. No, most of them actually lower tier than you. But what makes this operation harder is that it relies on you to know what you're doing. It relies heavily on teamwork. So if you would division up with the clanmates and get into a voice chat and discuss tactics and coordinate, then this operation would probably be relatively easy compared to what it would be playing with random people that you can't really coordinate with. I think the best piece of advice I can give for completing this operation without failing miserably is probably to stay close to the center of the naval base. You can stay at around H7 or G8 areas, somewhere there, because if you overextend to either one of the sides, then that will probably mean that if an enemy attacking force spawns on the other side of the map, attacking the other side of the naval base, then that would mean that you would have to travel all the way from that one side of the naval base to the other, which takes quite a significant amount of time because it's still quite big. And that time it takes for you to get from one place to the other is significant enough to the point that when you get there, it will probably be too late. So I think that in general, try to keep most of your players in the middle, and then you can have maybe 1 or 2 ships on either side of the naval base, defending and shooting the ships that are pushing in from the far sides of the flanks. I don't remember when operations were added into the game. I think, well, the first operation ever was the Halloween event, 2016, Saving Transylvania, which is probably my favorite game mode operation anything ever in World of Warships. I absolutely loved it, and it has become very almost nostalgic for me. I mean, it was how many years back? It's like 7 years back, but it still feels very nostalgic for me. I don't know why. I think I just really found that game mode to be super cool. But anyway, I think operations were introduced 1 year later as a fully fledged game mode. And back then, when operations were originally added, we only had 4. I think it was this one, the Defense of Navalstation Newport, Operation Aegis, Operation Killer Whale, and Operation Raptor Rescue. Then a bit later, they kind of introduced Season 2 of operations with a focus to more higher tier ships, as in Tier 7 and Tier 8 ships. I think those operations were the Ultimate or the Final Frontier. I don't remember which one it is. I think it was the Ultimate Frontier. Operation Narai, Operation Hermes, and Operation Cherry Blossom, which were all superb game modes, honestly. I really, really enjoyed them all. But with the carrier rework that I believe may have come in 2017 or 2018, a good chunk of operations were removed as well, since I believe... Wait, I think the operations that were removed was the Ultimate Frontier, Hermes, Cherry Blossom. Oh yeah, and Dynamo existed too. And I believe it was a Season 3 operation, although it was introduced way back in the day, but it was introduced then as its own fully fledged operation. But yeah, Dynamo, Cherry Blossom, Hermes, and the Ultimate Frontier were removed due to them using aircraft, and aircraft playing quite a big role in the operations. And due to the carrier rework, Wargaming, I guess, didn't know how to make bots control the new aircraft, so they were like, let's just put these operations on hiatus, and we have sadly not seen them ever since. But I hope, and I believe that Wargaming said last year that they would attempt to at least get 1 or 2, or even perhaps all of the old operations back into action sometimes during this year. Sadly, I'm not too optimistic about that because, well, we haven't heard anything about it. We haven't gotten any updates on if they will be coming back or not. But I would really, 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 really love having these operations back, because honestly, I really, really like playing operations. I know that some people, and most people who play World of Warships, play it for the random battles. Random battles is the most played and the main game mode in World of Warships. But there's something about operations that that random battles doesn't have. There's something so casual yet so unique with operations compared to random battles. It doesn't feel like you're playing a random battle or a co-op battle. There is story behind these, and I think that story in general is quite important, and probably also something that made me like the Halloween operations that much back when they were first introduced. So yeah, Wargaming, please give us back the operations. I would love to see Ultimate Frontier back, I would love to see Hermes, I would love to see Cherry Blossom, and I would love to see Operation Dynamo back. They were fun. We'll see whenever they'll potentially put these operations back. I hope they'll be coming back sooner rather than later, I hope. But if you have a clan, and if you guys don't mind playing Operations, and even if you don't have a clan and you haven't played Operations, I would still recommend playing Operations, at least giving them a try. Try to get 5 stars in all of them, because you can get a fair amount of nice rewards, like, well, signal flags. Those actually pretty good, since they removed signal flags for achievements, so getting signal flags from this is always welcome. Then I believe you can get 1 day of premium account from each operation. Yeah, the 5th reward for the 5th star you can get in Operations is a 10-point commander, which, at least for beginners that don't have a lot of commanders, could potentially take advantage of. Of course, remember that when you've completed an operation with 5 stars, you won't be getting the rewards for completing the same operation with 5 stars again. It's only a one-time completion, so yeah, but still you can farm credits and experience there, so they work as any normal game mode, and I believe they also give more experience than co-op battles, as an example, so this is a potentially fun and easy way to grind experience on ships you may not like to play that are at the mid tiers. And I think also, if we still continue speaking about Operations for a bit, I would love to see more new operations, not just the ones that were removed back in the day. I mean that wargaming would actually take time, plan, and create new operations. I think that this is a brilliant opportunity to actually put in more historical occurrences, historical operations, moments, and recreate them in the game, like they did with Cherry Blossom and Operation Dynamo. And this is honestly a really, really brilliant way, I think, also to test new features, like they did with Cherry Blossom. They tested out night battles. Of course, we have not seen any more night battles besides Cherry Blossom, but I think that night battles could be really, really cool. And even if we only have it in Cherry Blossom, that would be a reason to play it, to experience this kind of a nighttime atmosphere, which I'd really enjoy, and I'd basically play that operation just for the atmosphere it creates. Honestly, if you don't know, if you aren't familiar with any of the operations from back in the day, I recommend you go and watch some gameplay of them, because some of them look really, really cool and really, really fun, and I really want to experience them again. And I would also like to experience just new operations. Maybe like hunting down Arctic convoys, or even something like a Battle of Midway themed operation. Something like that, really. So let's take a look at the game. The third attack has started. No, well, not the third, but the last attack has started at least. And we are on quite low health. We're trying to just get away from the enemy ships, and sadly, we're about to ram into an island. We have, damage-wise, done pretty good, like 140k damage is quite considerable for a tier 6, and we're still trying to defend the top flank. Most of the battle I've been playing in the center of the map. As I said, I recommend playing there. That's where you get most shots, but now in this point, I went to the flank, and it's working well for me over here. And I'm trying to take out this York. Yeah, we're just trying to, at this point, kill the enemy ships. We don't have to care about them entering the circle, because I believe they can come as close as possible, or as close as they want, after, yeah, when the main attack starts, so yippee. But on the other hand, it's a bit stressful trying to take care of all of these attacking enemy ships. So I start focusing on the Shiratsuyu, trying to get him down, load HE because of course, and then I put out preemptive torps against the Izumo, just in case they may hit. And yeah, we're trying to farm and contribute as much as possible while we can. We killed the Shiratsuyu, which is really nice, and I think we only have to care about 2 battleships. The problem though is that they are both full health. But luckily there is the smoke screen that the Shiratsuyu put up in front of me, which means that I can actually be concealed and still torpedo and shoot the Izumo and afterwards the Byron. Or maybe I will die before... oh, we'll see. I don't know, yeah. But I get 2 torpedoes on the Izumo, which is quite nice, and he's currently flooding and on fire. So I'm still trying to dodge the enemy shells, try to conserve my health as well as possible, and hopefully trying not to die. And yeah, the secondaries are actually doing a surprising amount of damage, or well, at least are unsurprisingly quite scary. I torp the Izumo and he's dead, which means that we only have to deal with the Byron. Now the problem is that I am on 1000 and, well, basically 800 health, which is, well, he could sneeze on me and I'd die. So I just try to pop off detection. I'm off detection, and I'm sending torpedoes at him. And at this point I don't really wanna do anything aggressive or dumb. I just wanna survive this game, because, as you may see, I believe that there's a mission we can complete that requires, I think, at least 3 of us to stay alive. Yeah, ensure that at least 3 ships in your task force survive until the arrival of allies. So we're trying to survive here. The Byron is, I believe, now aiming somewhere else, so I think... will I still shoot him or will I not? We'll see. Yeah, we actually do shoot, and we'll still be able to get a little bit of damage on the Byron, and yeah, we're slowly just farming it down. I'd recommend strongly the Rahmat for this operation. It is actually really good. It almost feels designed for this operation. I think the Dido in-game would also probably work well. But yeah, Rahmat. Anyway, let's take a look at the post-battle results. As you can see, we do complete this game with 5 stars. I had completed it with 4, and this was my 5th and final star, which makes me happy, honestly. I've been trying to just beat this one operation for so long, and I finally managed to do it, so it feels pretty great, man. As you can see, we did 213k damage, which is really nice. I didn't get too many credits or experience since I didn't run any flags. I just tried playing this just to complete it, and I did, which is pretty great. And honestly, I'm quite fine. I'm quite happy with this result. We came top on the team list, but still, honestly, cheers to the rest of my team. They managed actually to play well and managed to get us the win, which honestly feels pretty nice. And well, they're pretty good compared to the teams I've had in the past. So cheers to these guys. They performed really well this game. As you can see, this is this is stuff for the people who are interested in this stuff. And these are the economics. I got basically 400k credits profit, which is really nice, and a total of almost 8k experience. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys found it entertaining, and been Mr. Flippo again. And remember to stay awesome, keep flipping, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!